So since we're just hanging out for a little bit, waiting on our last couple of folks to hop in, should mute my own Twitch stream. So since we're just hanging out for a minute, I'm going to show a little bit of process here. And actually, I'm going to be making some magic items that the guys will receive at the end of tonight's session. D&D Beyond makes this super easy. You can start with a pre-existing item, and it will actually copy it directly into a new custom item for you. And then you just go through and tweak it a little bit. These are paws of the totem bear. This is something that I'm making for Jacobson. And this is going to sort of help him out as a druid whose attacks aren't always considered magical, which can be a much bigger deal at later levels. So we've adjusted the name, bumping the rarity up one level. It's really just more of a bookkeeping thing. It doesn't really have any mechanical effect. So now we're going to put a little bit of flavor text. That came out with some undesirable formatting. Fix that. So these gloves are actually giant bear paws. And this is sort of a riff off of Oja and the totem bear powers that she's demonstrated in some previous sessions.
Oh, well.
Oh, kind of sounds like maybe we have some players. Gonna pop back in there.
Good. Sorry I'm a little late.
No worries. I was talking to the internet.
I was cleaning my home, and cleaning things took longer than I thought they would take. Specifically, the shower.
Yep.
So, Colby,
Yep.
look at church on Sunday. I
What?
won't be there. So go look at church on Sunday. I won't be there.
Okay.
Is there a way to enable push to talk on here?
I want to say there is. There's a lot of audio settings.
Yeah.
Good mic check.
I hear you.
But I could be wrong.
No. Seems like there should be.
Yeah. I mean, you could probably set something up like a direct control of your microphone, but that's not as convenient.
Anyone hear me?
Yep.
Yes. Yep, according to the Roll20 wiki, it does not have push to talk.
That's obnoxious.
A little bit.
All right.
Asking because I'm considering eating some potato chips while we play. Crunchy.
So yeah, push to talk would be convenient for some people in certain situations.
My mic has a nice button that I can have right in front of me.
Nice.
Kind of an essential with allergies.
What? Never.
You know what's the good news is? I smashed my finger and the nail was like so close to falling off. Like the whole fingernail was so close.
And on that note,
I got lifted up about like an inch.
so to catch everyone up from last time, we are deep into the arc that I've been calling A Cub in House Blue. Our Muppet heroes have been sent by their patron, Lord Bufo, to the aid of Lady Oja, who is the young heir to House Blue, an allied state within the Stret that's been a long time friend to Bufo and to the throne. Shadowy assassins have been attacking Oja, and you all were sent to investigate and put an end to the attacks. And you managed to identify that the attacks are coming from an ancient spirit that was once an ally to the original totem bear in the Age of Heroes, who was banished for some kind of madness or crimes that began to occur once the war was over. So you managed to free the golden guardian spirit soul at his temple, breaking through binding pillars that were holding him there and corrupting him. It was a tough fight, but you fought your way through and mowed down the army of shadows that he created. Once he was freed, his sister spirit, the Silver Guardian Luna, appeared. The two of them blessed you and healed you, and now you have dived into, or I guess climbed up into, the remains of this third temple, this temple to this shadowy guardian. So you have emerged into a pitch dark space. There's just a little bit of faint light coming in from the space that you entered, but it's almost like it's seeping up through the edges, and there's like a dark cover across the top. So it's just only very faintly illuminating the room. You can't hardly see anything. What do you want to do?
Will lighting my torch help me see, or is it some sort of magical darkness?
It would help.
I'm lighting.
All right. I will adjust your lighting in just a second. I'm giving you some lighting for that thing in the center of the room. Whoops. I chose the wrong thing. Need a token. There we go. Get you a little light going in the middle. So it's very faint light.
Also, while you're doing that, Jacobson, are you still a wolf?
Oh, I can't remember now.
If you didn't intentionally change back, it lasts quite a while, so you're probably okay.
Yeah, I can't remember if I cast any spells between when I shifted in, because...
I don't think so. I don't think
yeah, I think that's right. I shifted back at some point, so yeah.
So you all can see a little bit of light in the center of the room, correct?
kind of purplish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a weird squirrely thing.
Now the torch is even more purple.
Yep. All right. So Spinny lights up a torch. You get a little bit more room or light in the room. And everyone make a perception check.
Oh gosh. Easy. Oh wait. Oh no, my perception's bad.
I got it. I got us covered.
I got a 9.
And don't forget Bellas. You can either roll with advantage
Oh, yeah.
or roll for Legosi.
Trust me, I'll remember in about 3 more sessions.
All right, it didn't help you at all. So Spinny and Jacobson, you just faintly hear like tiny feet running through the background, and then you hear. I know you're out there. Did you all come to play?
Unfortunately, not. That's not to say we couldn't play later.
I brought my Star Wars voice. We could play Trackers.
I play Star Wars Monopoly.
I do so love to play, but if you're not here to play, I think you need to leave.
But we just got here.
If you're not here to play, I think you should go.
Oh.
But what if we want to play with Oja?
You can't have Oja. Oja is mine.
Ah. Why can't we share?
Are you playing a game with Oja?
We're going to play so many fun games, but you all aren't invited.
Well, I
You
mean,
know, as an adult, I invited myself. You're just a kid.
Sometimes it's fun to play games with more people. If the game you're playing with her sounds fun, maybe we will play.
Let's play my favorite. Let's play hide and seek.
Can you
And
turn the lights on first?
when
You're
she
it.
says that,
I scream, "You're it," and then I go to hide.
well, when she says that, your torch blows out.
Ooh.
And I'm going to need everybody to roll for initiative.
You got to be kidding me. Initiative when we can't see anything.
Initiative. Wait, where am I going?
All right. Spinny coming in with the natural 20.
What a
gonna
waste!
put him
to
at the top.
-1.
Yeah, with your -1. Jacobson rocking a 19. 15 for Bellis and 9 for Chaos. Pretty good rolls. All right, so there's a when she says hide and seek, there's a and this sort of somewhere between like a burst of air and like a sudden retreat of light, and the room grows even darker, and the torch just and is out. Spinny, you are up first.
Since I'm not sure how to play hide and seek right now, I'm going to try and light my torch again.
All right. You're easily able to get it lit again. It seems like whatever that was not a permanent effect. So you get a little bit of vision back.
Then I'm going to cross my arms and sort of slouch in my box and say, I hate games. And uh, wait for an opportunity to present itself for me to do something. Like if she comes to tag us as she found us, I'll hit her with my sword, I guess. But until I know the rules, like, are we seeking her or is she seeking us? Like, I'm just not sure yet. So I'm just gonna sit there with my arms crossed and say, I hate games.
Make an insight check.
All of us are just.
All of you can make one.
Okay.
That's good.
Also, I'll say that out loud so that maybe she'll hear me
That's
and clue us in on where she is.
Oh,
If it makes
jeez. You definitely get a vibe that she is creepy, but you don't necessarily know what to make of it past that. So,
When I said it out loud, did that make her angry or anything and let us, like, did she go, ooh, that makes me mad, and then let us know sort of what direction she's coming from?
here's what I'll do. So we'll consider this you searching. So you're trying to bait her out. So make another perception check.
I'm gonna guess no. No, I don't know where she
Nope.
is.
You do hear, like, you can hear those footsteps again. Like, it sounds like she's moving through the shadows out there somewhere, but you don't know where.
Yep. Then I'm sticking with my plan. I'm crossing my arms and looking grouchy.
All right. Well, on initiative 20, something happens. Whose token are we missing? We just have. Nope. There we go.
Well, that one on here twice. Right?
So on initiative 20, Spinny, your torch flickers in weird ways, and suddenly everyone's shadow extends out away from them. Mark these so I
That's
don't.
weird.
And once you extend out, the shadow like separates from you and is now an opaque, shadowy copy of each of you. So that happens. Now it is Jacobson's turn. Jacobson, were you a wolf? Is that what we decided?
I think so. I was, still a wolf.
All right.
Okay then.
Is
I can.
Jason's shadowy self a wolf also?
Yes, each one looks exactly like you if you were just made out of like complete shadow.
I can click on the shadow version of myself. Am I not supposed to be able to do that?
Yeah, I did it in a lazy way. Just only move the one that has the orange dot, or only move the one that doesn't have the orange dot.
Okay.
Right.
Can I tell? Let's see. The wolf can smell things, right?
Yep.
Wolf goes here. It's not my here.
I guess I'll try to see if. maybe I'll do a hearing check. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to bite this shadow that's right next to me or not.
Oh no.
Could I do like a hearing perception check to see if I could hear where?
Sure. So make a perception check with, I believe, advantage.
Oh,
I'll
really?
double check your sheet. Yep, keen hearing and smell. So roll with advantage. Again, you just kind of hear those footsteps moving through the background. So while you're kind of like sniffing the air, looking around here, the copy of you attacks you.
Oh boy. Do I have any reaction abilities in wolf form? Or...
I don't believe so. It does miss, though.
No.
And now it is Belos's turn.
Okay, gotcha. Probably shadows are back. Maybe my shadow. Yeah, let's see. Maybe my shadow is not as smarter than me, so I'm gonna hit it with a full the dead so that I make the wisdom saving throw of 14. Because if it was me, I would never make it.
All right. Nope, it does not pass. So you turn and channel this. Well, what does your Toll the Dead look like? How do you cast that?
Oh, easy. It's this greenish colored light, green light, and it just radiates from like a hand, and I just like put my fingers and just like shoot down like a dart. It hits things and it just sort of splashes over them, like it encompasses them, and then it just kind of drains them.
All right. So you gather this necromantic energy into your hand, and you sort of snap and you fling it out at the copy of yourself, and the green light sort of resonates through it and spirals around it, and it just is gone. All right, you've got movement and a bonus action. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I know what I'm going to do. Maybe we can move this down. The other bat will leave you alone, and that's me. That's a bonus action. That's what we do.
I couldn't quite catch all that. You're a little fuzzy.
Well, it's mumbling, and I kind of. Oh, I'm going to use that contact ability. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. As the bonus action, right? If there's more than 4, I get plus 1 HP, less than 4, I get plus 1 to attack.
Yep. So you reach up and sort of adjust your Arithmancer's monocle, the mark of your graduation from the School of Arithmancy, and the magic activates, and you hear a voice just sort of ring out. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Nine.
And you feel the magic like supporting you and protecting you. All right, it is Chaos Monster's turn.
So we're attacking ourselves. Chaos Monster wants to firebolt Chaos Monster.
All right, make an attack roll. That hits. So how do you destroy this shadow copy?
Chaos Monster goes, "You're an imposter."
All right. Your bolt of
Exact-
flame just bursts it apart instantly.
Not gonna lie, the other chaos monster is kind of sus. Alright, I'll be back.
So,
It's ready.
um, that is 30. You just hear like footsteps moving out in the darkness somewhere. And it is Spinny's turn.
Can I make another insight check and see if I get the feeling of whether or not my shadow will attack me or not if I don't do anything? If I just continue to sit there being grouchy?
Uh, yeah, go ahead and make an insight check. So, you gather, having watched this, Jacobson didn't attack his shadow or try and attack anyone, and it still attacked him.
Okay. In that case, I'm not giving it the chance. I'm going to slash at it.
All right.
How do I roll that? Here we go.
That does hit.
And I was doing it one-handed because I have my torch in the other.
Yep. So, whoops, I forgot. I guess the Lugosi shadow is just like flitting around pointlessly because familiars don't have any attacks.
No.
All right. So on initiative 20, scroll back to y'all. I have so many weird games on here, guys. It's ridiculous. Oops. So on initiative 20, your torch flares weirdly again, and new shadows start coming up. All right, it is Jacobson's turn.
All right. Oh my.
Yeah, that's a natural one. So you go to snap at Shadow Jacobson, and he sort of bounces out of the way. He's like moving on all fours, like woof, woof, woof. He can't be more intimidating than you are.
Yeah, Shadow Me is also just a person with animal parts velcroed to his body.
Yep. All right, it is Belos's turn. Belos, what you doing? Is he muted or did I lose him?
He is muted.
Yeah, he's muted for sure.
All right. To speed us along, I'm just going to have... He's just going to toll himself again. But this time it succeeds. So the other Belos is going to toll him back.
Gosh.
But he fails. And takes 2 points of damage. He'll use his Arithmancer's Monocle again. And it is Chaos Monster's turn.
We also lost Chaos Monster.
Yeah, I guess we lost the brothers.
Oh, I hope their power didn't go out again.
Right.
Wouldn't they have gotten kicked out of the game?
That's true.
You know, I'm not even sure they're in the same place, though.
Oh.
I would think Belos is at SKU.
Oh, right.
Huh.
Just gonna try reconnecting to make sure they're...
I finally have the D&D Beyond overlay for my Twitch stream now, but it's not correctly updating his health.
Oh.
I wonder if there's just a delay on it. Well, Chaos Monster is going to do something similar. It's going to go ahead and Firebolt at herself. Oh no. Just barely misses. So the other one is going to return fire. Whew. Rolled a 17 and a 20, so that's going to hit. So Chaos Monster's Shadow shoots a bolt of shadowy flame, scorching her and provoking an outraged, "Hey, stop that!" Again, you hear footsteps in the shadows. And it is Spinny's turn.
All right. I'm tired of these games. And you know what? I'm just going to... Can I do another perception check to see if I can hear where those footsteps are coming from?
Yeah. That'll do it. You heard the movement coming from... It moved from, like, the northwest of you, heading more towards, like, directly above you. Yeah.
Okay.
Started here, ended here-ish.
All right. I'm tired of these games. So I'm taking an opportunity attack from myself. I'm going towards the footsteps.
All right.
Why do we keep spawning more people? Oh, I'm back. Sorry it took so long. The parents lied. They said dinner was ready, but it wasn't.
The cruelest of lies.
So he can swing at me as I step away.
Yep, and he will. Ooh, he is going to connect for 13 points of damage.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, he rolled max damage.
Yeah, he did. That hurt. Ugh. Wait. How much health was I at?
You should have been at full before this started.
What's this 10 then in the red?
I don't know.
Okay. I assumed that was my health.
Weird. That fixed it. I don't know why I did that.
Sorry.
All right.
Yeah, I just moved away.
So you made it away. So you only use 10 feet of movement. Where do you want to go now?
15, and Shadow Bellos can take an opportunity attack at me as well if he wants.
Very polite of you to give him permission.
Oh no.
You gotta be freaking kidding me.
That's okay though. So Shadow Bellos, as you go by, just flails with his thin little Muppet arms, going 9999999, and does 2 damage.
Dude, that's his one.
It didn't do the critical.
Oh,
Oh gosh.
all right.
To be fair, that's probably the best crit you could have had against you.
That's true. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Sasha,
Ooh, I kind of
don't be inconvenienced.
Wait, that's a little shit, Shade?
and
Yeah, so this might be the first time you've actually seen Shade.
Oh,
Shade looks like the crisply lined shadowy silhouette of like. It's a little weird because she looks like the shadow of something, but she looks like the shadow of something you've maybe make a religion check.
I'm good at this. I think. Maybe I'm not. What's history?
All of you should be able to make it because his torchlight is illuminating her for everyone.
14.
Chaos Monster, what you got?
Religion to right your way. Yeah, it was very interested in religion.
All right. Bellos, you have a weird moment of recognition. You and Jacobson are Titankin Muppets. That means you are Muppets that look like, in certain ways, the Titans, the gods of old who created all of the Muppets, all the Muppetfolk, and set this world in motion. Shade looks like the shadow of a Titan. She has like the very specific proportions. Like you all have sort of exaggerated Muppety bodies. She has just sort of standard humanoid proportions, which to you looks super weird. It's like seeing like a statue of a Greek deity come to life. That's what this would be like. So, Spinny, I believe you still have your action and maybe 5 more feet of movement?
nope, that's all my movement.
All right.
However, I'm going to do a bonus action to second wind and hopefully get some of that health back. Not bad. Not bad.
All right.
And then I will exclaim, I found you, you're, and turn in place to act as if I'm going to go hide.
All right. So, on the same turn, your duplicate has lost its primary target, It's going to step up and take a swing at Jacobson with advantage.
Get wrecked, nerd.
$17. It just barely hits. Jeez, and it rolls max damage. Jacobson takes 13 points of damage.
Why are you stealing all of my good rolls?
Shadow Sweeney knows how to.
Jacobson, it's your turn.
Alright, drink some wolf them out. Or maybe you're not wolfing anymore, I don't know.
I was trying to look. I think when I'm in wolf form, don't I have 14 natural armor instead of 17?
Oh yeah, you would have whatever the creature has, but it was going to hit you anyway.
Yeah. I just want to make sure we had that right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna bite at Jacobson again, I guess. We'll try this again.
All right, that'll hit. You just bite clean through the other one, and it just turns to shadows and vapor in your mouth.
Oh.
So it's not going to get to act. So it is Belos's turn.
Alright, well, Bellows is just going to be a little cheeky little butt. I'm going to use Magic Missile and divide it. I get the one on Spinny, the one on me, and
It's funny. He's
the
talking.
one
I
on
think
Shade.
you can hear him.
Am I allowed to do that, or do they have to go to the same target?
No, you can split them.
Then I'm definitely splitting them.
All right.
One on Spinny, one on me, and then one to Shade.
All right. And you might have, well,
What?
can you see? You cannot. All right.
What man
Who's
cannot?
talking? I hear Colby, but no one else.
Oh, Chaos Monsters one? I can't do that.
Oh, Bella, everyone else can't hear you, apparently.
No, I can hear.
I legit can't hear him.
I can hear everyone.
Oh no, I can't hear
I'll
Harry
just
or Spinny.
reconnect
I just
them.
been rolling with
I don't
him.
know.
Yeah, but I hear everyone.
Like I've been
but-
needing to reconnect for about a minute now.
Hello? Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, it kind of pulled up.
Bella, can you say something?
I just like scream.
Oh. Now I got you. I hear you now.
Yeah, I hear you
Did anyone
now.
not hear that? That was me.
All right. Roll damage for Shade.
Easy. I gotta pull up the thing. And since there's only 3, it's level 1. Just to clarify.
Yep. Four points of force damage. All right. So these shimmering bolts just sort of fly out in every direction, and they weave these crazy patterns around the room, like diving between you all, and you just the Spinny and Belloc shadows, and the third one hits Shade, and she goes, "Ow! That wasn't nice."
I reply, neither are you.
Tag, you're it.
Tag, you're it.
All right. Do you want to use your monocle again?
Oh, for sure.
All right. I believe your monocle will flip now, right?
I think I get +1 to attack.
Yep.
Because I see 2 enemies. Chaos Monster, you're on your own. You can
Yep.
kill yourself.
You hear that voice again. 1, 2, 3. Ah.
Would it still count the 3 even though I can't see it?
In this case, we'll say yes. I think that it is fair to say that you have magic counting powers, and this is an artifact meant to enhance your magic counting powers. All right, it is Chaos Monster's turn.
All right, as my. I pressed the word, I'm lighting the torch.
Oop. So what you
I can't
do?
believe my comment went unnoticed.
So Chaos Monster's up.
So I'm lighting a torch.
All right. So that is going to take your
always happy with
action.
more torches.
Why are you lighting a torch, Harry?
So I can see. Oh gosh, this cannot.
Do you want to do anything with your bonus action or movement?
No, but I hit the other chaos monster with a firebolt because.
Well, you used your action to pull out a torch and light it.
I forgot about that. I thought it was bonus. Oh, I got this. No, wait. If I do, I want to do. There we go. But I can't go there because that gives attack opportunity. We'll just stay put. We'll just make mean skirt faces at the other chaos monster.
Stick out your tongue at him.
I guess that was my turn with my torch.
All right. It is Shade's turn. And Shade's going to move. Oh, whoops, no, she couldn't do that. So you see Shade, like, when she hits the edge of the darkness, she just seems to, like, become a part of it. And the footsteps trail off really abruptly. And then you hear them happening, like, further away.
Well, when it's let me know when it's my turn, I guess.
All right. Doing some rolls for a thing.
Three times the amount of pennies.
All right. Spinny, it is your turn. I'm not even going to make you, like, use an action. You very clearly... Here's what you hear. So she was in front of you, like, sort of at the edge of your torchlight.
Yep.
You heard her moving further back.
Yep.
And then it sort of became muffled. And then you heard it, like, echoing out from, like, over here somewhere. Like it's coming from a distance now.
Okay. I'm going to follow it. Is that a wall that I'm standing around, like, in?
Yes. So it looks like this used to be like a subdivided chamber here with sort of two alcoves.
So I would have, basically I'd have to go around. I can't walk past this point.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to try and cut her off. Go the other way. 15, 20, 25, 30. And that'll be my turn. I don't have anything to hit. And I don't have any other bonus actions. So yeah, that's my turn. I'll ready an action if she runs by me to try and swipe at her.
All right.
But that's about all I got.
All right. On initiative 20. On initiative 20, there's another poof of air. And the torches go out. You are plunged back into darkness. Except that I left Chaos Monster glowing for no reason.
Chaos Monster's on fire.
Oh, apparently Jacobson's been glowing too. All right. So that was initiative 20. So now it is Jacobson's turn.
Well, I guess I'll head off the direction Spinny was going. Then can I use perception again?
Yeah, go ahead and roll it.
Yep.
Nice. You definitely hear her like awkwardly, like standing on some rubble that's like shifting underneath, and you can tell that she's somewhere over here.
Okay then.
All right, and you don't have a copy, so it is Belos's turn.
Perfect. I'm gonna. Does my bat and me have different movements?
Yes, your bat.
That's all I need to know.
Yep, your bat can fly 30 feet.
Good. Well, I've eliminated Chaos Monster's thing. Like token, can I now hit it?
Let's see if you can see.
Well, since I have the bat next to her, do I need to put the bat on top of it?
Oh,
If I can't see, then it's okay. It's not my problem.
what spell are you wanting to cast?
Definitely Cold Red. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out.
So here's what I'll say. Something we've not done very much. Technically, familiars can deliver touch spells. Technically, it's not a touch spell, but I think it would make sense for Lugosi to be able to touch it for you.
Oh, then I could just switch. If it's touch spell, I could just switch to Chill Touch.
Weirdly,
Oh, it's
Chill
not-
Touch is not a touch spell. It doesn't make any sense.
It says touch.
Well,
I don't
it would
know.
say touch where it says range.
That makes more sense. I'm being a derp.
It's kind of a weird that it's called Chill Touch, but it's not a touch. But in this case, I would let you cast either of them through Lugosi.
Definitely Chill Touch then, since I have a +1 bonus to the hit.
All right. So you sort of focus with your Arithmancer's monocle, and Lugosi's flapping through the dark. I don't get paid enough for this. And he just sort of smacks a wing across the shadowy Chaos Monster. And that's enough to hit. Shadow Chaos Monster is gone.
Because now I can do the. Now I can move 5, 15, 5, 30. Lugosi move. Can move 30. I moved her 10, so that. Oh, you're gonna take a attack of opportunity. Thinking.
That's the real Spinny.
I think all the shadow guys are gone now, except for Lugosi, maybe.
Yeah,
Lugosi's shadow's not gone.
that's the only one.
But it can't do anything.
But yeah, familiars can't make melee attacks.
That's what I thought. So, let's see. That's 15, 20, 25, 30.
All right.
I kept track of things, and then yeah, that's it.
So, are you going to use your monocle again?
Oh my! Oh, I guess I can count evil Lugosi. Let's not. Let's do it. Let's count evil Lugosi.
All right. So you hear the voice again. 1, 2. Ah, ah, ah.
I was glad you used that moment just to like make us panic by going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like there's so many innings just in the shadows that we don't see.
This keeps going.
All right. Chaos Monster, it's your turn.
Well, alrighty then.
Don't
Evil.
worry, Ayrton, I just killed yourself, so
Well, I guess I'm going to.
Sounds good.
I'm going to move.
Harrison, maybe as you move, light a torch for us, please, darling. Said using the communication device.
There we go. I had to do math in my head. It was not very good. Anyways, I'm gonna light a torch because Chaos Monster doesn't like darkness.
All right. So you've still got it out. I'll actually let you, since it's still kind of in your hand, I'll say you can relight it as a bonus action.
So I relight it.
Oh, you'd probably like light to help you determine what to do next.
Yeah, it's what I'm kind of waiting on. It sometimes helps.
And I light the torch.
Hey.
Oh.
Hey.
Where did Jacobson go?
Oh, I call from around the corner. Here I am. Or I guess I'm a wolf, so woof woof.
I guess I'll just let me do 1 foot walk. Oh, 40 feet. I think I moved my max out. So I'm doing my turn.
All right. You all hear footsteps again. And Belos, a shadowy hand suddenly passes through the wall and just gently like brushes against you. And you hear her voice. You're it. Whew, that's definitely going to hit. So as this hand brushes across you, what is Belos's worst memory?
What is that? How good? The day Belos became the necromancer Belos. You know, like the dead Belos.
All right. So when this hand brushes across you, you are filled up with the memory of the moment where you were touched by the ravel. You feel that it's not happening for real again. It's not like this is ravel energy, but it's like your mind is going back there in this frantic, horrible way. You take 18 points of psychic damage. And now it is Spinny's turn.
Well, I want to do another perception check, if you'll allow me.
I'll go ahead and tell you this because you were with Chaos Monster's light.
Well. I mean, yes, I would love to know that where Shade is, but she at the beginning of this, she said she was playing with Oja as well, and we haven't seen or heard from her. Can I do a perception check to see if I hear any Oja sounds?
Or anybody other than Shade.
Yeah.
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check. You do hear, like, there's the sound of something else, coming from, like, the southwest, a pretty good distance away, and you almost wouldn't have heard it if you hadn't been thinking about it.
Okay. So basically the opposite of where we're heading.
Yes.
All right. And I'll look to you guys and I'll say, I think Shade may be trying to lead us away from Oja. Why don't Belos and Chaos Monster, why don't you go check out that sound that direction? Jacobson and I can handle Shade.
All right.
And with that, I will continue. Which direction was Shade again?
Shade is seemingly through the wall,
Yeah.
just on the other side of Belos.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm
they
gonna
gave me
go
a no touch, and then now my no touch is really bad.
so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. My next to her?
Yes.
Okay, I kind of see something, but hard to tell. And I'm going to slash at her.
All right.
And that's one-handed because I do have my shield out again. I'm not bothering with the torch at the moment because it keeps going out.
All right.
Also might be the reason shadows of us keep popping up.
So at this range, you manage to. You don't have to worry too much about where she is, and you manage to swing Smasher, and the sort of magical essence of Smasher seems to catch her kind of by surprise, and it hits her like she's just physically standing there in front of you. She goes, "Ow!"
You're it.
All right. So then at initiative 20,
A cat appears.
It's the same cat. She hasn't left yet.
Oh.
Unless she's rubbing the laptop. It's probably gonna knock it over.
That's good.
What?
Making friends with the laptop.
Miss Sasha?
so at initiative 20, Chaos Monster, your torch flickers, and there is a new shadow sort of comes up off of you, and one comes up off of Belos.
Wait,
And
that
it
was
is
Lugosi?
Jacobson's turn.
Lugosi feels left out. No shadow of clone of him?
Yeah, it's just like helplessly fluttering around the room, like, man, I don't know what to do.
Stay out of the way, Lugosi.
The two Lugosi's just hang out and share snarky comments with each other.
It's like the end of Scott Pilgrim. Lugosi and Shadow Lugosi are just chilling.
There's a matter that both Lugosi just staying next to each other, like just their form of attack is just, hey, you smell bad.
All right, Jacobson, what you doing?
Okay. Well, I guess I'll leave this area.
So that was 40 feet of movement?
I have the Dire Wolf has 50 feet, and then I have that feat that adds 10.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, so he gets like 60 feet. But,
All right, so you should be able to get close enough to attack.
Really? I think that was 60 right there.
The diagonals are only 5.
Oh, okay. Oh, I guess I miscounted. Okay. I don't know exactly what.
You can just barely see
Okay.
Spinny is ahead of you and to the left, and directly ahead of you is Shade.
Yeah, I can barely see the edge of it now.
Jake, is something wrong with my screen then? Because Jacobson is directly below me, and Shade is up and to the right of Jacobson. Oh, never mind. Now it moved.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes it just gets hung on people's screens. I don't know why.
Weird.
All right, Jacobson, what do you want to do?
Okay. Well, let's try this. Yep.
Oh, I do have an important question, though. Have you been tracking your temporary hit points?
Oh, crap. That's right. I have temporary hit points. What am I thinking?
Well, and it matters because when they run, I mean, one, they stop you from taking real damage, but two, when they run out, you de-wolf.
Yeah. I did that wrong. I've only taken 13 damage so far, so it should be easy enough to switch to.
All right. So you also get to roll that with advantage because, well, no, actually you're in the dark. So your advantage from pack tactics and disadvantage from being in the dark cancel each other out. So Shade is going to make a strength saving throw. All right. Good news, bad news. Good news is Shade fails the saving throw, and you just sort of barely manage to get enough of her. No, actually, no, you don't. Sorry. Your teeth can't quite sink into her like you'd expect. You only deal 4 points of damage, and you can't seem to pull her prone.
Oh, is that something? Oh, okay. Oh, right. Oh, okay, never mind. I didn't even read that. Yeah, I always forget about pack tactics is another thing the wolf has. But you were saying it gets canceled out because of the darkness.
Yeah. Oh, and actually, at the end of your turn, Shade just seems to kind of.
Fun.
Great. I'm playing Oja. We're off by myself with 4 HP. I got this. I work on 1 HP in a dream, so I go. Alright. Again, I'm probably going to stick with my normal combo. Myself, since I know I'm bad at wisdom saves, I'm hitting myself, this self, not proper myself, but mimicking myself, with Toll the Dead, because if I can't do the wisdom saves, and it's only for the second one, then he shouldn't either. It takes about 10.
All right.
He's
Whew,
not gonna
yeah.
pass.
You've gotten hit hard.
Well, 18. I gotta take hit 1 to 2 hits, and I'll be out.
All right. So you told the dead your doppelganger. They're going to make a wisdom saving throw. They rolled a natural 1 and disintegrate.
Perfect. Now I'm going to. You know what? Well, I'm gonna do it. We're gonna find Oja. You're coming with me, Lugosi. Figure now Lugosis can talk to each other for a bit.
Hey, hey! What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't like this. I don't like this either. Man, nah.
Just thinking of the Spider-Man meme where the two Spider-Mans are pointing
Yeah.
at-
And then I use my count ability as my bonus action because, yeah, I'm hoping I get that extra anything.
All right. So you're using your monocle again?
Yes.
All right. 1, 2. Ah. All right. At the end of your turn, Shade reappears and swings at Despinny.
Did Shade skip Chaos Monster?
Nope. Legendary actions.
Oh.
Wait, how are they swinging at me?
Legendary actions.
Fair enough.
What is Spinny's worst memory?
I'm just reading out, Benny.
Spinny's worst memory. Let's see. He was adopted. And he grew up outside of the Grouchlands, but idolizing them. Probably just feeling very out of place as a child. Not knowing how to grasp with his ancestry, but like there's probably some times in his childhood where he just felt very alone.
All right. So for just a moment, you're back on the streets of Stretisami, and you're walking down Little Grouchland in the avenue, and no one's hurting you, no one is harming you, but you just feel this incredible sense of isolation. You can see all of these grouches all around you interacting, and it's almost like they're speaking a language that you don't understand. They're part of this thing that you're not. And you feel it really keenly here in this place that you should be a part of, but you know on some level you aren't. And that sort of racks through you. You take 19 points of psychic damage.
19? 1-9?
1-9.
Holy crap.
Yeah, these legendaries are really legendary because they hurt.
I'm hurting real bad, guys.
Bet you I'm worse.
Hey, remember when I told you guys to go find Oja because Jacobson and I could handle this? I may have changed my mind.
I lied.
I didn't lie. Really doesn't lie.
That's true.
It has presented itself.
Yeah. Remember that in some way, it seems that Shade was powerful enough to overcome Soul and imprison him. The boss that you fought last session. So anywho, that was that. Now it's Chaos Monster's turn.
There could only be one.
Yeah, go kill yourself then. The doppelganger self, not his proper self. I really should watch my wording.
All right. Yep, that's plenty. Your doppelganger out of existence.
All right. Go over here. Because I hear a lot of commotion, and I kind of forget what I have to do sometimes.
As that happens, everyone make an insight check.
Checking inside.
I probably made a big mistake. It's fine.
All right, Jacobson, you're really close, so you notice this. Shade like recoils from this torchlight. Where this bright light washes across her, you see the edges of her kind of go fuzzy. Like it's harder for her to hold herself together in this bright light. And it is Shade's turn. Shade is going to provoke opportunity attacks from Spinny and Jacobson.
Yeah, mess this person up, this child. I'll condone beating children, but here, I'll make an exception. Beat the shit out of this child.
Both of you connect. So that's 8 points of damage from Smasher and 4 points from the Direwolf. And Shade, like, you're close enough to see it this time. Shade just, like, hits the wall, and it seems like it slows her down a little, but she seems to be able to move through it.
I'm in danger.
All right, it is Spinny's turn.
So I'm going through my equipment right now to see if I have any potions, but I don't think I do. Nope, I don't. So I'll turn. What way did Shade run?
Shade seemed to run north and west.
That way. Okay. I will turn to Jacobson and Chaos Monster, and I'm going to tell them, if I go down, I have a healer's kit on me. I hope one of you knows how to use it. And I will go after Shade one more time.
And Jacobson, don't forget that your what's the goofy name for it? Your Dave and Gary's Beastie Book lets you cast a spell.
I don't know, Mother.
Hi, Olivia.
I guess.
Your Dave and Gary's Beastie Book will let you cast a spell without drop shape once per rest.
Also, once I get up here, I'm going to yell back. I can't see them anymore because I don't have a lit torch, but I'm going to yell back, "Not this way! It's a dead end!" and that's all my movement. I don't want to light a torch because I don't want a shadow to show up. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
All right. On.
Oh, and I ready an action in case Shade runs by me.
All right. On initiative 20, Chaos Monster, your torch goes.
Yep.
And it is Jacobson's turn.
Okay then. So I could cast like Healing Spirit and stay in wolf form.
Yes, it would take your whole turn because it's a bonus action to activate and then an action to use the spell.
And does the Healing Spirit like glow or something so people can see where it is?
I'd allow it.
I'm not sure exactly where Spinny went. I think he was like right there or something.
Make a perception check. Oh, perfect. You figure out that Spinny is up here.
Oh, okay, right. And I'm guessing I need, like, I can't cast it through a wall or anything. There. So I'm not sure what.
Did Jacobson heal Spinny?
Yeah, I cast down Healing Spirit, or whatever it should be.
Yeah.
Right there.
Okay. I will. Neat. I will take the 3 healing.
All right. So Spinny. So Jacobson, you summon it. It's like a Titankin Muppet made out of pure light with these big flapping wings coming off of it. And you can actually almost see like faint spectral radiant wires like dropping it down from above. And the healing energy washes over Spinny, and some of his wounds stitch back up, and some of his fluff tucks back in. All right, that is Jacobson's turn. It is Belos's turn.
All right. Well, now you're in a new thing to come back up. I'm going to proceed. So, 20, 30. Good. It's not a really good spot. And then you know what? You know what? You can stay with me. We'll go see. And you know what? Since I'm not ready for it, I'm going to ready, I guess, Toll the Dead. So that way when this little turd comes to touch me, I'm going to pop her with my toll.
All right.
That is my new thing. This little turd, when this little turd comes to touch me, I'm just going to Toll the Dead in the face.
All right. You're going to use your monocle again?
There's no point not. So yeah, I'm gonna
All
count
right.
1.
And it's Chaos Monster's turn.
All right. So I'm gonna. Which way did Jacobson go?
Make a perception check. Those are the weirdest sounding dice. Oh no, Chaos Monster! You have no idea which way Jacobson went. You're kind of lost in the dark. There's cat noises. You don't really know what's going on.
You know what? It's fine. Ready to go. Very good right there.
All right.
That's where he went.
Do you want to do anything else?
No, already in action. Whichever
All right.
way I hear creepy noise come from is getting the firebolt.
Okay.
Enemy out.
That's part.
What, Sasha?
All right. It is Shade's turn.
She is really going at tonight.
All right. You hear footsteps again. And it is Spinny's turn. I believe at the top of a new round, head and grab Healing Spirit again.
That is exactly what I'll do then. What do I roll?
1d6.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I am still bloodied.
All right.
Only barely though. I'm going to. Actually, yeah, 5. No door. Okay. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I'm going to use my action to dash this time.
All right.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And that's where I'll be.
All right. It on initiative 20. On initiative.
When you laugh like that.
DM cackles evilly.
So something different happens this time. The darkness all around you starts to swirl. Like there's a powerful wind, and it's like the shadow becomes like a tangible, granular, like sand, like black sand, swirling up around you. And how do I want to do this? Spinny, roll. Or everybody roll 1d4.
Oh, and I even roll a 1 on my 1d4.
All right. So this swirls up all around, and
Back in teleported.
Well, I was looking this way.
Oh,
I got a lot of typing. Or rappers.
sorry.
Yeah, so there's this swirl of shadow, and you all are all now somewhere different.
Yay!
And it is Jacobson's turn.
I love to travel.
Can we call for my ready in action?
Can I do perception again to, I
Yeah.
guess, smell or hear for anything?
And you'll make it with advantage because you're still a dire wolf.
Right.
You can't quite place it. You think maybe you hear something closer to where you just were, but it's hard to nail it down.
All right. Well, I guess so.
Is this that everyone can roll the ones together? Because I rolled a 3, I'm not with anyone.
All right. We settled it.
Can you still touch anything?
All right. It is Belos's turn.
So, yeah, I'm gonna make a perception check, but, you know what? We have perception check for Oza. I'm already down here south.
All right, make a perception check.
Did anybody else catch that? Or
Hey, see the bed with Lucy is next to me.
What was it with advantage?
Lucy's right next to me.
Yeah, Belos can give you advantage. Or sorry, Lugosi. But it didn't help. You get the impression you hear something else here. You at least get the impression that she's not nearby, like not in your immediate surroundings.
Where should I go?
All right.
Alright, can I move? I'm trying to think where I need to move. You know what? Okay.
So you could ready an action, or if you wanted to, you could dash and keep moving.
I don't know that, but I kind of want to go see.
I kind of want to what?
I lost the see. I can't see him on the map.
Oh, sorry. He.
I can see the evil one. The evil goes. Oh, there's. Alright. I was wondering.
So you find sort of like what looks like maybe stairs that used to go somewhere, but are sort of ruined now.
So I'll go down there in a second. I'm out moving the gate after my dad.
All right. Anything else?
As a part I'm like, they're running around me. Right?
What'd you say?
As a bonus, I can still use the monocle.
Yes.
And I'm gonna count. And hopefully this count goes as 0, because otherwise I'm scared.
So the count is still at 2, but you can't actually go down the stairs. It's like rubble has collapsed into it, and it doesn't seem like you can move past it.
Okay. probably made a mistake coming down this car. But you know what? It's okay. What was I supposed to do? I guess only my turn since I count still 2.
All right, Chaos Monster, you're up.
So, sword. So I see someone. I just can't tell who it is.
It's kind of hard to see, but you get the impression that that's Spinny.
Right? All he's over here for a mission or something. We're just gonna sit right here. We're gonna stay right there. We're in action.
All right.
First thing that moves that isn't spinning, or the first thing I hear that isn't spinning is being a firebolt.
All right. During the turn. You hear footsteps again, and it is Spinny's turn.
Right. I'm going to go. I'm going to say, Chaos Monster, was that you? Letting her know that it is in fact me.
She can probably smell you.
Okay. And then I'm going to go this direction. And oh, are those stairs?
So you can kind of almost see. It looks like there are stairs that go up, but it also looks like the masonry is more ruined around here.
Okay.
I won't make you roll for it. You get the impression from what you've seen that this one section of this temple was moved. And so anything that was above or below seems to have collapsed.
Huh. Can I make a perception check and see if I hear shade?
Yes.
Because I was really thinking she was, in here.
So from just like 5 feet away, you hear, "Hi."
What's the wall made of?
It just seems to be like some kind of worked stone.
Oh, so not drywall that I could try and shove my sword through. Um,
It specifically sounds like it's up here.
okay, I'm going up those stairs then.
All right.
I move 5, 10, 15. Oh, there's something. Can I want to light my torch, but not. No, I'm just gonna swing at her for now.
All right. Let's see. Yep, you definitely hit.
Yeah, but so little damage.
Well, Smasher's blunt force magic sweeps through her form, and you see parts of her disperse slightly.
And I say, "You're it again."
And she kind of giggles at you. On initiative 20, nothing happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know whether to be excited or scared.
And it is Jacobson's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna try and do my perception thing again. I have no clue where anything is right now. Oh gosh,
no.
never mind.
You hear Spinny swinging at someone, like vaguely off this direction, to the northwest.
Doesn't look like anything's there. Well, I'll just hang out here for now.
All right. Did you use your action?
Oh, I didn't use an action, but I can't really do a spell anymore because I already did that.
You could hold an action, or you could dash and move further.
I'll just ready an action to bite if Shade gets anywhere near me.
All right. It is Belos's turn.
So I can't go down. So probably, she's probably down there. And you know what? Maybe not. Well, maybe I keep going south.
You've passed out of like the stone masonry of the temple, and now you're back in that sort of swirling darkness. This is the same feeling, the same atmosphere as where you first fell into this place. You don't know if there's anything further out.
Well, there's only one way to find out. 20. We'll do that later.
If you want, you can make a perception check and see if you can figure out what's going on.
I was already planning on doing that one.
All right.
Lugosi, please tell me you're good at this. Yep, so I got 12.
You've kind of eliminated some places.
That's
You-
the south. Everyone's north. That's all I know.
You hear a little something, maybe off in like this direction.
Well, that's where I'm going next now.
All right.
I should remember that.
It is Chaos Monster's turn.
So, Monster not want to be outdone, and is just going up the stairs. And I guess I'm not through Shade.
So just to roll you back a little bit, when you hit here, you find Spinny in front of you. You heard Spinny hitting or attacking Shade a moment ago. So you know Shade is probably pretty close.
Is it the stairs wide enough for two people or just one person?
You could squeeze past Spinny.
Boom.
So you can just barely see Shade
Right here.
almost more as like an impression of faint movement in the shadow in front of you. You could cast a spell at her if you wanted to.
Oh. Scorching Ray. With Types of Chaos 2 on the first one.
Yes, you can use it. So it will negate the disadvantage on the first attack because you're in melee range and you're firing into the dark. So you'll roll the first one normal, and then the second two with disadvantage.
Alright. First one's 15, second one 14, and the last one 12.
All right. So the first two hit, and as you're casting the spell, you feel this sort of like warmth around you. And you almost faintly hear this deep voice sort of laughing in the distance. And your scorching ray comes out different than usual. Your wild magic sort of sparks, and little puffs of glitter come off the Abraxas wand. And when the fire is about to leave the wand, you see it go from like a fiery orange red, and it's almost like it starts to burn hotter and brighter until it's this like golden beam. So roll damage for the two that hit.
Four, 9.
All right, so this actually does 26 points of damage. You see where these golden rays streak across her, huge chunks of her disperse. Not 23, 20, yeah, 26. You see her like wince and sort of grab her side and say, Soul never wants me to have any fun. And you are now crackling with wild magic. So that'll be interesting.
You're welcome, Spenny.
It is Shade's turn.
Thank you.
Shade is going to attack. And since Chaos Monster just hit her pretty hard. So what's Chaos Monster's worst memory?
Oh no.
Being all alone without. Why did I forget his name?
Arcane Monster?
Yeah.
So you flash back, and you're in the royal orphanage. You're a happy kid who makes friends everywhere and always tries to be like positive and energetic. And you go back to the room that you share with 12 other kids, and it's like the middle of a cloudy afternoon and no one else is there. And you sit down in your bed and you just realize how profoundly alone you are. And that memory just sweeps across you, and you feel this just uncontrollable grief. You take 19 points of psychic damage.
Oh. Alrighty then.
Join the club, Harry.
And Chaos Monster, I believe, goes down, right?
No. I have 3 HP left.
Oh, it's weird. It's reading at you as 17.
Didn't we get a full heal before we came out?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was at 22 then.
Oh, no, you took a hit. We're gone.
Oh. See, that would have been nice to relay.
Yes, sorry. I marked it on your character sheet. Yeah, during your false dinner announcement, you got attacked by your shadow. So
How much damage did that do?
it was like 5 points. So you're unconscious. Chaos Monster is so very sad she literally passes out. And now it is Spinny's turn.
Chaos Monster, no! And I will focus on her and use my healer's kit to stabilize her.
Excuse me. I will give you a tip here. Jacobson will be able to move the healing spirit as a bonus action.
But how much can he move it?
He can move it. It's only like 20 or 30 feet away from you. And there's nothing that says it has to like move around things.
But it can move 20 or 30 feet at a time?
Yeah, as a bonus action on his turn.
For whatever reason, I thought it was just 5 or 10 feet.
It's a cube of effect, but he can actually move it 30 feet.
Huh, okay.
As long as it lands in a space he can see.
Well, all right then. I will trust him to do that, and I will smash at Shade, who... Well, actually, can I light my torch as a bonus action?
Yes, because you haven't like gotten your shield back out, so you don't have to like dig in a pack. You just, I assume you've got this like on hand now. You just.
Okay, yep. I will light the torch back up, hoping that, and then I will attack with Smasher, and hoping that the light will help weaken Shade a bit.
That will hit. So you swing Smasher down, and again, it just tears a big chunk of shadow away. And yeah, as you light the torch, you can see her kind of like waver again. She doesn't look as solid as she did a moment ago.
I was just hoping it would make her easier to hit.
It does something.
And since my bonus action was lighting the torch, that'll be it then. Unless I can also extinguish the torch.
I would say that you could maybe like drop it and sort of stomp on it real quick as a free action.
Nah, because I'll pick it up again later. So nah, I'll just hold on to it and hope shadows don't appear.
All right. Man, sometimes you write boss's abilities and you're like, oh, I feel sort of bad about this. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. So... Belos, roll 1d4.
Oh, shit.
Well, it could be really good. You don't know.
Well, good news, bad news. Oh, wait, you wouldn't appear quite that close.
You got teleported.
Yep.
Great.
So-
I didn't want to be teleported. I have my own plans to do.
So actually, you all can see this now. Jacobson, the shadows swirl up really close to you, but it's almost like where the light washes over you, the shadow can't fully grasp you. And now it is your turn. And you can move the healing spirit as a bonus action.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that and move it on top of.
Bloop. All right. So healing spirit's down to 2. Chaos monster, roll 1d6. You now have 4 hit points. All right, Jacobson, what else do you want to do on your turn?
Can I move to the other side of her like that?
Yes. So you sort of squeeze past Chaos Monster, and you position yourself on the other side, and you have advantage.
Right. Do I get the pack tactics also, or?
I mean, advantage is advantage.
Oh, okay.
So you have it. You have it twice, but it doesn't do anything extra.
But yeah, I don't get like double advantage or something.
Nice.
Wow.
So you do notice something different this time. When you bite at her, you fully bite and like, find substance instead of that sort of ephemeral, sort of half material you felt before. So go ahead and make... no, not you make. She's going to make a strength saving throw.
Yes.
And she's real bad at them. She rolled a natural 17. She has a -5.
Oh man.
So you somehow manage to grasp this shadow and you pull her off of her feet. And then it is Belos's turn.
Yeah. So I'm gonna appear out of the light like.
Here I am.
Go, so you're coming with me too.
One pissed off necromancer. Ah.
I know. And then can I use my bonus first for the count ability, or?
Yes.
Good, I'm doing that. Because she's getting a scorching ray.
All right.
Oh, well, I rolled an 8.
You got 2 more, though.
Oh, it was actually a 9. There's a 12 because I got that +1. I never factored in.
All right.
Wouldn't that be a 9, 12, and 18 since the count ability?
Yeah, unfortunately, the 12 is so your first one goes wide. Your second one is really close. Your third one hits her full on, and go ahead and roll damage. And the same thing, almost the same thing, happens when you start to fling this scorching ray out of your hand. The first one comes out almost entirely. Yours are a little different than Chaos Monsters. Hers have this sort of glittery, explosive quality. Yours have more of a like sinister, shadowy edge to the fire. The first one comes out like that. The second one, though, almost has a weird glow to it. And the third one comes out, and the core of it is this shining silver. And it hits her for 14 points of fire damage. And you feel like you hear like a woman's voice singing very softly, like some kind of lullaby. And this bolt just tears into her. All right, it is Chaos Monster's turn.
So Chaos Monster gets up and she's shaking her head because, she's a little nappy now. It's fine. It's fine. We're walking Chaos Fools. I need more of those. I tried them.
Oh, she could also use another healing spirit, right?
Uh,
I thought I only had 3 charges.
Oh, did we use the last one?
I think that you've still got some, but you've already healed on this turn.
Oh, okay.
Find the last time I mentioned it.
Last one I saw was 2.
Yeah, it's got 2 left. So
I mean, I'd use it.
right, but I'm saying you can use it after Shade's turn.
Okay.
Because technically you're still on the same round that it revived you.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright. Well, fluent was the chaos bolt.
That'll hit. Roll a wild magic surge.
Funeral damage first.
Sure.
I just thought it might help.
Nice. Let me double check.
And
Dim
that's,
resistances.
One the offenders, right?
All right. A 28. Let's see what that is.
Fireball.
It's chickens. Explosive chickens.
Diarrhea. Spontaneous.
Yeah. For the next minute, all of your spells with a casting time of 1 action have a casting time of 1 bonus action. Huh.
How does that work?
I mean, I get like 2 bonus actions.
I would say that you could. I'd let you cast a cantrip as a regular action on top of that. So you cast this Chaos Bolt, and as you sort of spin it across the Abraxas wand, it fires out as this sort of almost invisible pulsing sphere, and it hits her. It doesn't hurt quite as bad as you would hope, but the sort of sparkling glitter that comes off your wand seems to rain down over you, and you feel yourself infused with this sense of like energy and urgency, and you're almost like you feel like you need to tap your foot, and it's like all right. So now it is Shade's turn. Shade is going to use half her movement to stand. She's looking kind of frantic now. She's starting to come apart a little bit. That sort of cute little girl silhouette sort of dissolving into more of this sort of ghostly specter hanging in the air with this long flowing dark hair. It's ragged. You can see parts of it are missing. And she is going to attack Jacobson.
Yeah, take that, you dog.
So she turns around and rakes her spectral claws across Jacobson for 14 points of damage.
Ow.
don't think Jason's a wolf anymore.
I got 10 HP left.
Dire wolves are big boys. All right.
Oops.
That's her turn. It is Spinny's turn.
Spinning, light this asshole up. Screw this child.
That is what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to swing at her with Smasher and also with my torch.
All right.
Smasher first.
The passer on second.
Oh, wow.
And then just a strength roll for the torch, right?
Yes.
Torch in the face.
You have advantage.
Oh. Let's try one more time then.
Yep.
That'll hit, and you can roll Smasher.
Should I try Smasher again just in case it crits?
Yeah, and I'll take the. I'll stick with your first damage unless it does better. All right. So you do 7 points of bludgeoning damage, and when you swing your torch, again, there's that sort of like deep like, and your torch goes golden bright, and it hits her for 2 fire damage.
Oh, I don't roll for it?
It's 1 fire damage.
Oh. Okay, I thought it, for whatever reason, I thought it was a D4.
I thought I looked at it earlier. Let me double check.
Okay, Spinny, for terms of Twitch, I would say let's not smash her anymore because she's a child. You're a sick person. You know that? Smashing a child?
Please stop.
Disapproves.
Please stop. We have one viewer right now, and wait, there they go.
And it's Hayden's mom.
No, it is not Hayden's mom, because you'd have heard her from the other side of the house just now.
This is true.
I'm just warning Spinny, that's all.
It does 1 fire damage,
Oh, that's fine. Stun damage is better than no damage.
and it does 2 fire damage instead, so it's 9 total. She's looking very bad off. On initiative count 20. Yeah, your old friends.
I got this. They're gonna get magic missiles.
Oh gosh.
That's my bad, guys. I thought the torch would do more damage.
Right.
I'm putting it out next time.
Don't
What
worry.
if you just like toss it on the ground and just attack everyone with it?
Or you just like a.
It did something, but now I'm wondering if I rolled it correctly.
Wait, where's the oh, does Chaos Monster not have enough room to summon her shadow?
Yeah, there's no room, so
That shadow that gets.
you actually see her shadow try and like pull itself out of the wall, and it's like stuck. All right, so that happened, and now it is Jacobson's turn.
Oh gosh. Jacobson doesn't know where to go.
Oh, I was joking about our one viewer leaving, and they did in fact leave.
Oh no.
Oh
I didn't
no.
mean to scare him off.
We scared off our one viewer.
You gotta tell us
Our ratings
that
are gonna
viewer,
plummet.
Toby.
What's that?
So
Yeah,
you
maybe
gotta
it's like the group chat. Yeah, and like in the group chat secretly, so the viewers don't know. You tell them, hey, we have a viewer. Don't say sex things about children getting snapped.
These streams can also get saved, you know, so people could come back and watch them later. Just, you know. this one might not get saved, but I completely forgot what I was doing.
It's your turn.
Yes, it was my turn. I was biting someone. I'll just bite myself. Well, shadow me.
Man, Twitch emojis are a lot, and I
Yeah.
can't like find things I would normally use. All right. So you turn around and poof, your shadow is gone. Do you want to move the healing spirit?
I don't know who needs it more.
Probably spinning.
Because Chaos Monster was like all the way out.
I got 4. We're good.
Remember, one hit in green. That's how we work on.
I'll leave it on Chaos Monster for now.
All right. So that makes it Belos's turn.
Perfect. Again, Belos is going to use his magic missile to pop Evil Belos, Evil Spinning, and Evil Shade.
All right. Roll damage for the one against Shade. All right. 2.0 force damage. But you've cleared the board. Except for fake Lugosi, who is still just...
Somewhere out there, but you know.
Yeah, flying around in the dark helplessly.
No one
I
wants
refuse to hurt Fake Lugosi.
So I assume that you use the monocle.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, I always forget that thing.
At the end of Belos's turn, Shade turns around and attacks Jacobson with the disadvantage. And does not hit. So you see, she turns around and it's been this sort of cute voice up to this point, and this time it's almost more of a rasping wail, like. And when her claws try to rake through you, they're sort of wisping and coming apart at the ends, and they just sort of harmlessly sweep over you. And it is Chaos Monster's turn.
Chaos Monster takes a deep breath in. And it's like Scorching Ray. With the... I always keep forgetting. There you go. You don't know when you're trying to scroll and it's not working.
You're trying what?
I'm going to do Scorching Ray with Tides of Chaos.
All right. All three of those hit.
26 for the first one. All right.
And now you're primed for another Wild Magic Surge. So roll damage. All right. Whew. How do you want to do this?
The Chaos Monster, like, with all her genius, just throws up enough strength and just launches these three scorching rays right at her. Pent up rage.
All right, so you swing the Abraxas wand again, and this golden energy pulses through you again, and they come out as these like arm thick bolts of golden fire, and at point blank range, there's no getting away from it, and it just and Shade lets out one last sort of pitiful like and is gone. So Shade's shadowy form just disperses, and you feel the whole space around you begins to shake just a little bit. What do you want to do?
So I announced the alright guys, so I know there's somebody to our south. And I think I have an idea where Oja probably is, so follow me! Tally-ho!
And
I want to check his
follow me.
Okay. Evil Lugosi, where you at? Please don't tell me he died. Oh, there he is.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Fake Lugosi. No, he is hanging around. He's like, oh, well, I don't know what to do anymore.
Now,
I guess I'll just be here,
Okay.
just hanging around.
I can't see too well, so...
Did somebody use the last 2 charges of that healing spirit or whatever? Or
Yeah, 2 people could heal 1d6, or 1 person could heal 2d6.
I would like to if nobody else needs
I'll
it.
take one.
I think I just went through a wall somehow.
If he's taking one, I'm also taking one. There's
Wait,
mine.
what's the area I have right now?
So as you kind of look around, you do find a door over here, and the room is starting to shake more. Yeah, it's right here, so you could open this and pass through.
I'm definitely opening the door. There we go. I can't see anything, but
Let me kill. There you go.
some of the proper torch I can come in here.
So you can now see Oja sort of starting to come awake. It looks like Shade had her sort of tucked away in this corner. And the room is like tangibly shaking now. Some of the loose pieces of masonry are starting to fall around you.
I'm not strong, but let's drag Oja out of here. She's massive. It's going to take a full team.
I'm strong.
Alright, Wolf.
All right.
Actually, looking at that scene, I think I'll just supervise.
All right.
This way.
Pivot.
Lugosi, I tell you to go through the portal because things are going to trouble. Lugosi, you have to.
How do we get out of here? Is it going to be the big purple thing in the middle?
That's the way you came in. So I'm going to have a sort of drop off of initiative and sort of tactical movement. I will have all of you make an acrobatics check.
Oh, okay. With style.
All right, well that's perfect. So Jacobson, you're still the giant wolf, right?
Yeah. Oh, I guess I get +4 on acrobatics. Oh well.
Yeah. So you just heave this giant bear cub onto your back, and she's like 5 times larger than you, and you just hup 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 and run right to the portal with no problem. The rest of you kind of struggle a little bit. There's now like rock shifting underfoot. Some of the loose pillars are starting to come over, and You all just barely managed to make it over to the portal, and whew, thud. And you all are now on the ground in move you over.
Somewhere else.
Yep, you are back on the ground in the temple.
I hope Evil Lugosi made it.
Yeah, what about Evil Lugosi?
Yep, Evil Lugosi made it.
Shadow Lugosi's there. Doesn't seem to mind the bright sunlight too much.
So you all sort of all fall through with Oja. The mouse guard rush forward. Our lady! And they try and like it takes all of them to like lift her up from Jacobson and kind of get her back on her feet. Steven pulls out a potion from his like a pouch and gives it to her, and she kind of like oh, where am I? What? We're in the garden? And then there were shadows? And then, oh, Titans, what is that? And she looks up and sees Sol and Luna, the big golden and silver orbs, like floating in the air above you all. And Sol's like, hi, Oja. And Luna says, this is the first time we've spoken, but we've been watching over you for a very long time. And Oja kind of is looking very skeptical and concerned, but just sort of nods like, okay. What do y'all want to do?
Honestly, I want to rest. I still have 4 HP. Remember, I strive for that one hit, one dream I feel.
I want to look at the otters and say, "Told you we'd get her back."
All right.
I want to mess with the otters too. I hate those little guys. They're annoying. I want to rub it in their face, but we found Oja and they didn't.
So
We killed a deity and they haven't.
So Sol and Luna say, well, we can't follow you back, but what can we do? Oh, I got it. And he kind of like, he doesn't have any hands or anything, so he just sort of like furrows his face in concentration for a second, and a like bag drops down sort of gently to the ground in front of you all, and he says, now don't open that yet. It's not quite finished, but that's our way of saying thank you.
Please be glitter.
To be fair, a heavy bag full of glitter in this world would be like, it would be like somewhere between like purified uranium and like cocaine. That's what it would be like for this giant
glitter.
Yeah.
Please be glitter.
So, which of you wants to take this bag?
I've got the strength to carry it, unless somebody particularly wants it.
I say Spinny holds it.
Sounds good.
All right. Spinny, when you pick it up, it's vaguely warm. And actually, when you pick it up, there's a light inside. and it was sort of faint when it was on the ground. And when you pick it up, the light it gets brighter, and there's like radiant golden light spilling out of the place where the bag is cinched. You do find the cinch won't come undone just yet.
Interesting.
It's still
I'm going to put this underneath my sheets to keep me warm at night.
like one of those little pan things you put the hot coals in.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an apple pie.
All right. So you all, you want to rest. Do you want to rest here, or do you want to go on back to the house?
I think probably go back to the house. Get Oja back to her. Because it's not that far, right?
It's like maybe a mile, less than a mile, probably.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't think we're about to collapse or anything. I think getting Oja back to the house is probably top priority.
All right.
And then we can also rest there in a little more comfort and security.
So you sort of relay this plan to the mouse guard, and Sol and Luna kind of drift up and then just sort of dissolve into the light in this temple and are gone. So as you go to head out,
The reason
oops, I made it super dark for that boss fight, and it's not dark anymore. It's globally illuminated. So as soon as you all get outside of the temple, Steven like pokes one of the mouse guard, and they're like, "Oh yeah, right." And he pulls out this little like old school valveless trumpet and plays this little series of notes. And almost immediately, you all make it maybe 5 minutes deeper into the forest, and you mouse guards start converging on you. It seems like they were still out searching for Oja. And several of them have healing potions and kind of top you all off enough to make it back okay. And you have this sort of big escort through the woods down this disused trail, and you arrive back at the estate. It still looks very chaotic. There's still mouse guard running all over the place. The handful of servants who are left are sort of dashing back and forth. What do you want to do?
I guess I want to personally make sure that Oja gets some rest and is healed up. And I'm probably not going to rest myself tonight because while I suspect the shadows are gone, I have no proof of that. And I certainly don't want her getting kidnapped again in the middle of the night.
Yeah. So you all sort of hand off Oja to more of the mouse guard and the servants, and they kind of get her. She's still kind of groggy. She seems disoriented from all of this. And you sort of take up watch. What do the rest of you want to do?
You know what? I'm gonna be accessible. I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna take a rest.
All right. Short rest, long rest.
You know what? We'll do a short rest.
All right. Anyone else? What do y'all want to do?
I'll probably be a guard dog for a little bit. And watch Oja as well.
Well, if everybody is agreeing to do a bit of watch, we could potentially do a long rest and just take turns just walking.
True.
So, set up shifts.
I think long rest with shifts will be great.
Yeah, let's do that then.
I support that.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. So you all go to rest. The night is largely uneventful. You're able to recuperate, so everyone can hit long rest. You wake up in the morning, and nothing has happened. Oja seems to have rested as well and recuperated somewhat. She'll want to talk to you to kind of recap what happened. But is there anything else y'all want to do?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head. You guys?
Nothing pressing right now.
All right.
Yeah, talking to Oja first would probably inform what we do next.
So you find Oja. She's not taken up room in the throne room just yet. She's still sort of resting in her quarters, but she's up and about. Make a perception check.
All of us?
Everybody.
Go get go see.
All right. Well, Jacobson catches this. The gold sphere motif, that gold sphere, silver sphere that you've seen all over, all the gold spheres are back. And you can actually see now that there's like... You didn't notice it before because you didn't know what it was a representation of. There's actually a faint smiling face on each of the spheres. But it's done very, very delicately, so you wouldn't have noticed it if you weren't looking for it. So you find Oja in her quarters, seated on that comfortable set of couches around that table in sort of her study area. You find Steven is passed out on the other couch. It looks like he probably did not sleep and was trying to like sit watch all night, and didn't quite make it because it's like the third day in a row he hasn't slept. But there's plenty of other mouse guard around keeping an eye out, and Oja is excited to see you. She gestures for you all to come over and sit. You'll have to sort of awkwardly seat yourself around the snoozing Steven. And she says, I'm a little unclear on what exactly happened, but thank you. House guard tell me that you all came back and I was gone? That I didn't come back with you?
That would be correct.
I just remember hearing this voice, and then the next thing I knew, we were maybe running through the dark, and then we were on the floor of the temple. We can't begin to thank you for what you've done. You can tell Lord Bufo that you all were admirable representations of his house, and you've brought honor to his house and his people with what you've done here. I wish there was a better way that I could reward you. And when she says that, Spinny, you feel the bag kind of shake a little bit. And there's light like visibly spilling out of it.
Whoa. I think I'll take the bag and I'll hand it to Oja and say, maybe this is for you. It hasn't done this until you started interacting. Why don't you take a look at what's inside? And I'll hand it to her.
She takes it and kind of looks at it curiously, and it's sort of still shaking a little. And you can see there's almost like multiple shades of light blurring together. It actually looks an awful lot like that strange sort of tone that you saw the magic take when you were fighting Shade. And when she touches it, the cinch comes undone. And the bag doesn't so much open as just sort of unfold. Like it comes out entirely open. And more stuff spills out than should have been able to fit inside it. And there are 4 objects inside. You see a pair of large, ornate, felt bear claws, bear paws, with gold and silver with sort of gold and silver patterns inscribed in it. You see a golden cloak that has this sort of golden sphere motif running through it, and it's shimmering gently. You also find a small silver. There's a small silver amulet of this weird crescent shape that you're not familiar with. And it's like crescent silver set over a dark backing. And the last item is a tiny... make sure I've got this right. Yeah. Is a similar pendant, but this one is gold. And it's just a golden sphere with like wire... Almost looks like a wire depiction of flames around the edge. And Oja says, "Oh, well, it looks like I'm not the only one who wanted to reward you." And she sort of examines them closely and says, I bet Port and Pint could tell you more about these, but these seem like... I've read about these. And actually, you all of you make a history check. Let's see if you get it before she does.
This is what I'm good at.
I will not.
Beat by an amateur.
So, Chaos Monster and Bellas, you both notice... you both notice different things about these. One second. You recognize these as relics of the totem bear. The paws were something that he had made for an ally of his. The golden cloak was something that he himself wore, as well as these 2 amulets. Whoops, I might have described one of these wrong. Let me look at my notes. Oh, sorry, I'm incorrect. Golden cape, silver crescent brooch, and actually, it's not a golden amulet. It is a like black length of cloth. Like a long strip of this fine black silk. And Oja looks over these, and you see something kind of dawn on her, and she says, I think I get it now. And she points at the cloak, the sort of dark length of cloth, and the crescent amulet. And she says, these were the holy symbols that my ancestor wore. One for each of the guardian spirits. And she taps the cloak and says, Soul. She taps the crescent and says, Luna. And she taps the black length of cloth and says, Shade.
What about the bear paws?
That she already said that was something he made for an ally of his.
Oh, gotcha.
She says she has to sort of think about it for a second, but then she says, yeah, I think this is right. And seemingly just out of intuition or randomness, it's hard to tell, she hands each of you one of the items. She hands the bear paws to Jacobson, the golden cloak to Spinny, the silver crescent to Belos, and the length of cloth to Chaos Monster. Jacobson, when you hold these paws, you feel there's this powerful magic in it that it feels like that same thing you saw when Oja was raging. There's something of the totem bear's power imbued into these paws. You'll have to attune to it to figure out exactly what it does. But there's something about the totem bear, at least a small part of it, present in these items. Spinny, the golden cape glows as you pick it up. There's a warmth and a heat coming off of it that it's like a warm, sunny afternoon, and you're holding that feeling in your hands.
Aw.
Chaos Monster. Oh, what?
It's so relaxing.
Chaos Monster. When she places this length of cloth into your hands, it actually goes like translucent. Like parts of it where you're in contact with it fade out of sight for a moment. And Belos, when you touch this silver crescent necklace, you can hear that singing again. She says, I think you all will put these to good use.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Greatly appreciate.
Yeah, we greatly appreciate you gifts.
I mean, this will allow me to have a picnic anytime I want.
I
Speak louder now.
I imagine it'll do quite a bit more than that, Spinny, but I suppose we'll find out.
If you say so.
I feel like Port and Pint would maybe have known more, but I don't know where they are. I haven't seen them since we came back.
Let's go find them.
No offense, but are you sure? I mean, you might be better off without them. I don't think they were actively trying to get rid of you, but you need to maybe think about getting some new advisors.
You see a hardness in her eyes, not directed at you, but she says, "Oh, believe me, I would rather know where they are than not."
As
But-
you say.
I haven't seen them.
Well, let's
Well,
go find them.
Yeah, if you'd rather know where they are, then I suppose we better go find out where they are.
She nods and says, she gestures over to one of the mouse guard who's standing by the door, and says, "Escort them to Pint and Port's quarters." And this little mouse guard says, "Yes, ma'am." And this tiny little mouse guard sort of bounces down the hallway and leads you to sort of the other side of the building, still on this upper floor. And
D5O fun. We're gonna talk to some otter scum.
everybody make a perception check.
Not bad.
2 nat ones.
Noise. Well, this is very fitting. Belos, you smell something. And
Dead.
It's an otter
In
video.
the room.
and it's something unpleasant, and it's something you know quite well. You smell that unmistakable scent of the ravel working its way through a Muppetfolk body.
I find that Muppetfolk who has the ravel smell.
It's behind this door that you're being led to.
I open this door.
I want to get back.
So you find something horrifying. You find Pint and Port, except about thirds of the color has gone out of them. They were this sort of vibrant purple color, and now there's just sort of patches of purple left, and the rest of them has gone gray and white. And you can see long swaths of like open stitching where their fluff is just hanging loose.
Oh no.
And their eyes have gone this glassy black, and they turn and look at you all and just
Close the door. Close the door. Close the door.
I just say wrong room. Close the door.
Drink a lot of fluids.
you hear them like scratching on the other side of the door. They do seem more lethargic. Jacobson, Belos, and Chaos Monster would notice this. You've fought ravel creatures before. You fought ravelings, and the ones you fought before were more energetic than this. There's a slow, weak, lethargic quality as they scrape claws down the back of this door, trying to get out. What do you want to do?
What did
Any person in the area.
Is there what?
did Oja come with us?
No, she was still sort of recuperating.
And what'd you say?
Oh,
Bella?
I said, is there any person in the area, like servants, anyone in the area that we see?
It's in this section of the upper floor. It's just you and this mouse guard, because most of the servants had left, and most of the guards are concentrated on entrances, exits, and just chambers.
That means probably no one. You know what? Let's just go back to Oja. We tell the mouse guard to
Let no one enter and exit.
no one come to his quarters, and if you see if you see Port and Pint, run for the time being.
Like, lock the door from the outside.
Barricade the door. Make sure no one comes here. If you see other mouse guard, you can have them come help you. Don't engage.
Don't open this door.
Yeah.
The mouse guard nods, and
Make sure we tell them if if anything comes out and it like breaks out, feel free to attack those things, but do your best not to be touched by them.
Like, use your arrows and run away.
The mouse guard looks really nervous, but you also notice again, like these just don't seem that strong. It seems like there's no way they're going to get through this thick door under their own power. So the guard sort of nervously takes up a defensive position, standing with he pulls like a little pike and is holding it in front of him, and sort of nods at you all.
Okay, with that, we make a hasty beeline.
What? No. One more question for the mouse guard. Were any of them on guard overnight here?
Not here, as far as I know.
Do you know anyone who was on guard near here?
I mean, there would have been guards near the stairs and the doors and in Lady Oja's room once she came back.
Just the stairs leading here, someone would have been on guard?
Well, and you're on the same floor as Lady Oja's room.
Oh, okay. Do you know who those guards would be? We'd like to speak with them.
I'll go ahead and hand wave this a little bit. You sort of interview a couple of guards who were watching this floor, basically, and no one saw
came up.
No one saw anyone unusual come up, and no one saw Port and Pint after they came back up right after you all left, and no one has seen them since.
And how did they seem the last time they saw them? Like, did they seem okay and good health and everything?
They definitely weren't raveling zombies.
Well, that's good to know, I guess.
All right, well, before we dispatch them, we should probably see what Oja wants to do, since,
Yeah, we
they're
can
kind of her servant, or her advisors.
we can make a beeline for wherever we need to make a beeline for now. I just wanted to make sure nobody had seen anything crazy.
So you all make your way back to Oja. How do you tell her this?
Your otters are zombies now.
So, good news and better news. You don't need to worry about where your otters are. Better news, you don't need to have them as advisors anymore. Also, they're zombies.
She's like stunned into silence for a moment, and then she starts to cry. Just like big, deep sobs. And she's such a big creature that she's like shaking the couch as she sobs.
Spinny doesn't get it. It's the truth. I don't like seeing her crying, but he doesn't understand how telling the truth to someone would cause a sad reaction. I didn't lie. That's what happened.
And your only charisma character is an anarchist magic child. So she's very upset. One of the other Mouse Guard officers comes over, and their phone rings. You recognize this one as Melly. She's one of the officers and Steven's sister. And she kind of puts a hand on Oja's back and sits with her for a second, and Oja kind of collects herself. Okay. first things first. We can't leave ravelings in the house. I need you all to take care of it somehow.
Um,
Roll for
do
initiative.
do you want to know how we take care of this, or do you want to be left in the dark?
She shakes her head and says, "No, just I can't endanger the mouse guard. I think
Okay.
you all will be able to handle them more readily."
Understood. I'm sorry it has come to this.
She just
I
kind of
didn't-
nods grimly.
I didn't care for them, but you obviously did, and for that I am sorry.
She just sort of nods sadly.
Before we do anything, though, I've got to know. We need to know how. Do you have any idea how this happened? Were there signs of them being sick? None of the guard seemed to notice anyone coming in.
Is anybody else sick? Like, are we missing any other people?
So Millie is able to sort of, or Melly is able to sort of jump in there. No one else has been visibly sick. No one has seen them since you all did. They looked fine then. There doesn't seem to have been anything wrong with their health. It just seems like something has happened almost overnight.
Yeah.
You all
There's
would,
something in their rooms.
well, and you all would also know who had fought ravelings before. They seemed weak for ravelings. You don't get the impression that they're as big a threat as the ones you fought before.
Well, that's just because they were cowards in life and they're cowards in death.
Osha sniffles again.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, upon saying that, I give him a little like slap on the back of the head, like and a look like, "Are you that stupid?"
You're supposed to think those terrible things, not say them out loud.
If you have a thought, you should say it. Anything else is a lie.
All right. Just for fun, I am going to give Spinny a point of inspiration for some really uncomfortable truths that might have been easier not shared. So, what do y'all want to do?
Let's go dispatch the ours. I want to check their room. I want to find Bob.
How do
All
we
right,
take
so
care of-
as soon as you open the door, they're going to be behind it. So, what's your plan?
Easy.
I will open the door, and hopefully, maybe some of you spellcasters can blast them as soon as I open the door. I'll drop to give you a clear line of sight.
And I'll use a
Ray, actually, 14 right
I
now.
will hit multiple things, including spinning.
All right. So you all do kind of a SWAT style. Spinny slams the door open, jumps down, and bolts of magic fire go flying in, and they don't even like try and get out of the way. They just kind of dumbly like move forward, even as the bolts are coming at them, and they just collapse almost immediately.
All right.
So I'm gonna roll an investigation check to check the room.
All right. Yeah, everybody go ahead and roll.
Oh, roll investigation.
Yep. Oh, jeez.
Oof.
Oh,
Oof! We ain't finding nothing in here. This thing could have just magically happened. How do diseases even start anyway?
You need it for that.
Muppets, how do they work even?
How are you, Muppets?
Yeah, so
The zombie Muppet smell is getting to us. We can't concentrate on it.
it is a little distracting. I'll say this. Belos, roll again for your advantage with Lugosi. Oh my gosh.
The smell's getting worse.
Yeah, so they have a little suite of rooms. There's sort of like a central room with some couches and a table. There's bookshelves everywhere, just tons of books. And you can actually see one of the side rooms off of this main chamber is just a library, just even more books going on and on and on. There's a tiny sleeping area. There's a couple of desks with just all kinds of stuff strewn about on them. Because they were already in motion when you opened the door, you're not quite sure where they were standing in the room before anyone disturbed them.
I guess I'll go over and see what they were reading or looking at.
So there's papers, there's books and papers scattered all over these desks. It's kind of hard to figure out what looks important. Yeah, the little mouse guard who's with you, who escorted you and like guarded the door and sort of came in behind you really nervously, is sort of looking around, and he goes, "Oh hey, what's this?" And he's kind of at eye level, like underneath the desk, and walks over and he picks up this trifolded piece of paper that had fallen, and as soon as he picks it up, there's this like whoosh of black smoke coming up off of the paper,
No!
and there's a flare, and then and this tiny mouse guard raveling is now like lurching around the room.
Can you just like punch him into the wall or something?
Can you just what?
Like just punt this little mouse rabbit into a wall. Make it go quiet.
No.
Yeah,
Keep him in the room.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
don't want other people to see it. That's mouse guard.
Contagion infection.
How much size difference is between the mouse guard and me?
oh, you're like 5 times larger. He's like a foot tall.
Can I take my shield and sort of use it as a bowl that you keep a mouse that you caught in? Like you put it upside down over top of him?
I don't think your shield would do it by itself, but I think that you can like reach down into your can and start like digging around, and you legit pull out like a mixing bowl and just like put it over him.
Okay.
And as we do that, I tell everyone, no one touch the stupid letter again. I'll handle this one.
All right. So what do you want to do with the letter?
Read it.
Are you gonna touch it? Don't touch it.
What's it gonna do to me?
Oh, right. Because you're a.
Yeah, I'm dead.
So go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Not funny.
Still pretty good. So it's easy to see this because you just watched it activate. So there's 2 layers to this piece of paper. There's a very simple note. But you can see that someone has very cleverly hidden a sort of illusory script woven through the words of the letter. You just notice a couple places where like words are like off center, and knowing kind of what you're looking for, the altered characters create a sort of rune inscribed into this sheet, and it's still sort of smoking slightly where it just triggered. It does not affect you, but this is a very powerful kind of magic, and it's not standard. Like, this is something no one in their right mind would create. This seems to be a trap that triggers a sudden infusion of Ravel energy. And the words, it is a letter addressed to Pint and Port. It says, "My dear friends, I hope this letter finds you well. I have recently come into the companionship of a fine scholar of history and antiquity, dating all the way back to the time of the Titans. His name is Robert. He came highly recommended, and he has expressed an interest in what I understand to be ruined temples on the grounds of House Blue. I told him, of course, my friends are key advisors in the house and would be able to help him in his research. I do so hope you'll be able to accommodate him. Please respond to this letter at your earliest convenience and let me know so we can make travel arrangements. Your friend, Lord Constantine."
This has Bob written all over it, by the way.
Technically, it has zombie magic written all over it.
Yeah, well, the only zombie magic I know is Bob, so it's Bob's fault. It's either mine or Bob's, and it is definitely not mine, so it's probably Bob's.
So I think actually that will be sort of our epilogue. We'll sort of fade out on this letter. So as we go to black, imagine our camera panning out. It's Belos holding this page and reading it, and you hear it in Constantine's voice as the camera pans further and further back until you can see all of the estate and then the whole region of House Blue and the surrounding forest. And then the camera kind of pans back a little bit, like rotates, so it has more of a horizontal view. And you can now see in the distance the capital of Stretisami. And then we fade to black.
And that bowl's just kind of scraping around with the mouse.
Yeah. That's the after the credits scene.
Yeah. This goes by.
The bowl is just like,
God damn it, Bob.
the bowl starts like moving around on its own and like bumping into things until one of you like grabs a couple of books and like put it on top of the flat part of the bowl.
So, I'm going to store this letter with myself.
That's probably a smart move.
So you get the letter tucked away, and we will pick up here next week.
Sounds good.
Wait, does this mean, like, in the future, if I just wanted to, like, immobilize some person, I just pull out the letter and, like, smash it onto some person so it triggers, and then...
I mean...
Push
Make
into
the proper enemy turn into a zombie and just be like, well, now you're an easier zombie to burn.
Well, here's what I'll say. The magic that's written here seems to be fading.
Yeah.
It seems like it was only meant to trigger a couple of times. Mostly if someone was to like go back and try and read the letter again after it was opened the first time. But you might be able to sort of reconstruct this spell or something like it if you did some research on it. But it would be deeply unethical, evil research, just to make that clear.
It's exactly the kind of research Muppet Hitlers do.
Dead Muppet as well.
I mean, if I won't hear a no.
So you definitely can do it.
It just might be a one-time thing.
We might have to kill you, Hayden.
Again.
Also, how can you kill me if I turn you into a zombie?
Also, let's pause that thought, because what if they were just weak raveling because they were weak otters? What if you go and do that to like a dragon or something, and instead of having a weak dragon, we now have a very strong zombie? That would be bad.
Yeah, you'd have to do some research to figure out exactly how it works.
Yeah.
Could accidentally make our enemies more powerful.
Well, it would give it a chance to get us all rabid. It's not good.
All right. Well,
So this
that's...
means we have to kill Bob.
Oh.
He's
So...
a simple letter.
At least need to give him a stern talking to, I guess.
Or was the letter hijacked and someone else packed it?
Could be.
We gotta figure this out.
So...
Okay,
Maybe they're
why don't we do this? We go. I don't know what we're supposed to. We gotta do with this mouse guard. Like, what are we gonna do for him? Is it if we like keep him stored away? Is there a way I can like research how to undo this spell the ethical way?
It's possible. You do have sort of first-hand experience and arcane background. It might help to have the assistance of a divine caster of some kind, because usually healing and restoration is more in their purview.
learn how to ethically source spellcasting.
Well,
But
we see
it-
if Georgia has some laying about, crawling, scrolling about.
But it does seem like you could possibly figure this out. It would be a very complicated project. But it's not... You can kind of see a route from here to there, even if you don't know all the specifics yet.
Well, now I have to think that's gonna be a long route. Will this mouse card still be around, or will the Raveling just kill it off? Add a couple more books. We'll close the door and we'll call it good.
Okay.
Why don't we kill the mouse guard raveling?
Sorry, I don't want to kill it. You can kill it then.
But he could be a good test subject to see if he can undo the raveling.
Well, if we just heard that we had to kill Mort and Pete,
the otters.
yeah, names are really hard today. I don't know why. All right.
It worked for me. I know who you're talking about.
So we're gonna kill this raveling too, or this mouse guard.
Okay, well, think about it. They were in the way. We had to get rid of them.
See, we
The
have
mouse guard was an accident, and I'm not going
We
to
have to kill it.
by accident kill this mouse guard.
We have to kill it. It's raveling.
I'm leaving the room. This is your problem.
I will kill it.
We could ask Oja what she wants to do with this one too, but
You already heard Oja's thing. There can be no raveling in the kingdom.
this is true.
In the house. Let's correct you here.
Oh, it's true. We can
You're right. We're still in the house.
Well,
You
I'll
guys-
let you all decide off camera.
Under the bowl. That's how you get spiders, anyways.
I'll let you decide off camera how you all deal with this. What I will say is, all of you are going to level up to level 5.
Ooh.
And I will drop descriptions for those magic items into your character sheets once I get them written up. And we will play again next Thursday.
All right. Talk to you guys later.
So yeah.
All right.
So yeah,
Peace.
take the rest. I will take the rest.
First dead Chaos Monster killed it. Extreme Fourth was taken.